Welcome to Blue Lizard Farm. Weeds are always going to be an issue, but they can be less of an issue over time. And in the hoop houses, you can even get it down to, I will never say 100% on weeds, but I think you can, get your weed situation under control 95%. Now, if I was to start a brand new hoop house, I would do a deep till the first time. Normally we put like 10 or 12 yards of compost in here. So we've got 2 or 3 inches throughout the whole house. Then we till that into the profile. After that, we're done. The other thing that doing this till thing, rather than a deep till, many of our weeds, kochia has the seeds have a 3 to 4 year lifespan in the soil, anywhere in that profile. Lamb's quarter is a big weed for us, and it has a 10-year lifespan in the soil. And there's other weeds, obviously, but those are the 2 main ones. And so every time you till, you're just re-randomizing your seeds, a deep till. So if you're only disturbing that 2 inches, eventually you're going to get rid of all the weed seeds. Now, naturally, nature's going to spread. We get the door open and a tumbleweed goes through and drops seed. So in between planting and harvesting of hoop houses, we'll kind of take the house out of production we won't plant right away, and we'll just water to bring up any seeds that we've disturbed, prepping for the next crop. And then we take the flamer and we flame the beds. So you want to use the flamer when you've got either just cotyledon leaves or even the first couple of true leaves. You can kill the plant with just flame. We don't use herbicides inside the hoop houses, but we still get weeds from the runoff, extra rainfall between the houses. And so we're either mowing that or we're using a herbicide to kill the weeds. And the main reason for that is the fact that those seeds are going to go somewhere, and that usually means in your hoop house, besides where they're sitting. And so we just got to keep that under control. And if we can't get to the herbicide, we just keep the in between houses mowed. But that'll just cause the plants to spread out and produce seeds really low to the ground. So I spend most of my time just trying to manage the weeds. The less weeds I have in the greens, the faster the process is of cutting and cleaning. If there's a heavy weed load, I try to get the guy, and they work a 6-hour shift. So, and they'll do 50, 60 pounds on a bed with a normal weed pressure in a 3-hour period. So they'll do 100 to 120 pounds on a 6-hour shift. But yesterday they did 240 pounds of spinach in that 6-hour shift because there was almost no weeds in the mix, right? And so now suddenly your profitability goes way up. For 6 hours, I've got twice the product. And so that is the key when you're growing greens, is to get your weed situation under control and keep the weeds out. So I'll just show you how this works. We use the big propane tanks, and we use this a lot. And it's just every farm has aphids, and you're not going to completely eliminate them. Depending on whether you go with traditional type farming using pesticides to control your pests, or you go the organic method, and there are quite a few organic pesticides that are out there, or some of the products that is called Asmac, a growth regulator, as well as an anti-feedant. So they basically starve once they get it into their system. Erythrums that are organic, BT is another one that works well with worms, extremely well. So depending on what your method, or going organic or non-organic, there are plenty of, in my opinion, safe on both sides. Flea beetles are a big issue when I'm growing mustards. And this is our super green, our super mix is all mustards. What happens is you got our area has tons of different wide varieties of mustards in the environment. And as soon as those mustards die in May and June, I'm the only guy that's got mustards in town. And so they come and they run through my mustards. And if I catch it early enough and apply a pesticide, I've done both organic and non-organic, I have somewhat success. I can usually save the crop. It still's got little pinholes in it. There are plenty of books out there that will help you with pest control. For flea beetles, one of the things you can do is just plant a sacrificial crop and encourage them to go there. You may still have to spray your crop that you're wanting to harvest, but you're not going to get rid of it all, but they're going to all go to that sacrificial mustard crop. You got to become a soil scientist, and you've got to become a pest control expert, right? You're going to be identifying insects and then applying integrated pest management methods to control these insects, or doing plantings that might draw them to a crop and keep them away from your crops. Aphids, thrips is a problem, especially in my greenhouses and with certain crops over others. When we first got started, I used a lot of organic methods to control the pests. If you like the content here, please subscribe. If you have questions, comment down below.